it's Morgan, and today I am here with my March wrap-up and April TBR. The month of April was a great reading month for me. I read 4 things this month. The first book I read this month was Carry On by Rainbow Rowell, and I adored this book. This is probably my favorite book of all time. I loved it so much. The characters are wonderful, the plot line is wonderful, the magic system is wonderful. I can't say enough good things about this book. I love this book. The next book I read this month was Throne of Glass by Sarah J. Maas, and I loved this book too. It was just so good. I don't know why I put off reading this book for so long. It was actually my TBR jar pick for this month, and I loved it so much. And it was a little slow at first, but once you get about, I'm going to say a little over a third of the way through it, that part, the slow part, doesn't even matter. It was just that great, and I just loved it so much, and I went right away and ordered the next books in the series. I do have a complaint about this book, and it's not the story, it's the production. I ordered this from Book Depository, and it's a beautiful cover. The UK covers are beautiful, and I love them. But my foiling, while I was reading this book, I don't know if you can tell, but this is supposed to be silver, and my foiling just came right off. I was only reading this for like 4 days. My foiling just came right off, and that may not bother some people, but it bothers me. So I ordered the next books in the series in the US hardback editions because I didn't want this to happen to the rest of my books. So I will eventually purchase this in hardback, but not today. The next book I read this month was finally I read Clockwork Prince, and I loved it. I liked Clockwork Prince way more than Clockwork Angel. Clockwork Angel was very slow, and I just didn't enjoy it as much as I wish I did. But I continued on with the trilogy, and I loved Clockwork Prince so much. And I cannot wait to read Clockwork Princess, and I do not have my copy of Clockwork Prince with me right now because my fiance's mom is borrowing it. Okay, what else did I read? Oh, I read Jesse Elliott is a Big Chicken. It's a graphic novel. I forget who it's by. It was a really cute graphic novel. It was like hand-drawn, and it was about a 13-year-old girl who is just like living life. That's really all it was about. I gave it to my fiance's little sister for Easter. I thought she would like it more than I did. It was only like a 3-star read for me, which is very rare. I very rarely give books 3 stars. I usually really like everything I read, but this was a 3-star read. I feel like if I was younger, I would have enjoyed it more. That's why I gave it to my fiance's little sister for Easter. And that's all the books I finished this month, but as of right now, I am reading Crown of Midnight by Sarah J. Maas. I love it. I love it so much. I am almost halfway through it, so I don't think I'm going to finish it by the end of the month. I might be able to, but I've been kind of slacking on my reading today, but that's okay. I read so much this month, and a slackened few days isn't gonna hurt, right? But I love it so far, and I can't wait to finish it and read the rest of the series and be all caught up so I don't run into any spoilers. Let's move on to... You ready? Are you ready? We're gonna move on to April's TBR. I'm such an idiot. I've only picked 1 book to read this month again, just so I'm not like overwhelmed with the amount of books I've picked to read. Obviously, I'll probably read more like I did this month, or last month, in March. So that book I've chose to read is the Reading Pile Read-Along book. for April and May, and that is Cinder by Marissa Meyer. Now, I read about half of this a long time ago. Over a year ago. Probably about 2 years ago now. And I liked it, but it wasn't holding my attention for some reason. I really liked it. I really enjoyed it. I really enjoyed the cyborg aspect, because I've never read anything about cyborgs. Yes, cyborgs. And so I'm gonna give it another shot this month. Gonna give it another shot this month. April. I'm reading you this month. On to the TBR jar. I hope I pick something good. Just a wacko. Picking. What does it say? A book by a female author. This makes me excited because a lot of my books on my shelf are by female authors, so I pretty much have free range. The book I've chosen to read this month is Lady Midnight by Cassandra Clare. I haven't hauled this yet, but I have it, and I will haul it eventually. So excited. I'm also kind of frustrated that I didn't know that there are Lady Midnights in the world that have art on the book, like under the dust jacket. Mine's just plain, boring, black. So that kind of upset me. I know there was one with like a goblet on it, I guess you would call that thing. And there was one with like runes on it, like the angelic rune. Yeah. And I have this one. It's a book, and it's got Cassandra Clare's content in it. It's got exclusive Barnes & Noble content, so it's okay. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. So, that is all I have for this video today. I'm going to go read. I hope you're all having a wonderful day, and I will see you next time.